Jeff. We have a lot to talk about. Here is Closure.
Drop the ball. Said you never meant to make me cry. You just left it all, and you never really said goodbye. And I know you're broken by the choices that you made. We still haven't spoken. We just gave it all away. Just up and walked away. And you can't help but care. Way from over there. Left the conversation. Got lost in translation. But we both still care. I dropped the ball, and I never meant to make you cry. I just left it all, and I never really said goodbye. And I know I'm broken by the choices that I made. Yeah. Gave it all away, just gave it all away, and I can't help but care. While you're over there, I missed the conversation, got lost in translation, but I really care, and you can't help but stare. While you're over there, yeah. Want a conversation, both in situations, but we both still care. I still know you care. You can't help but care.
That is Vicki Miller from Indiana singing Closure on the Stronger album with Jeff Bradshaw. Love it. Love it. Wow. Well, thank you for that information.
She is so bad. She is so incredible.
Wow.
Just one of my favorites. But I like it because it's left of where my music normally goes, and that's one thing about this album.
Yeah.
That people can discover new and creative ways that I record music and really creative ideas. I don't record music for genres. I record music that feels good to me. And, I always believe that the genres of music will find what they like on your album. They'll find what they like. But I don't go in the studio and record songs for smooth jazz or record songs for jazz or record songs for soul music. I record the music that feels good to me because at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm a music fan first. I'm a fan of all music, and the people that understand who I am, they understand the music that I record. This album and all my albums will find you wherever you like music. You will find songs and movements and groups of songs on this album that will touch you in the areas of music that you love.
It sure has, because I'm the kind of person that will play the whole album all the way through, back to back. And it did take me to the left. I had to oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
So it really picked me up and took me there, and I just went crazy. I just had to. I texted you and I said, I love this album, Jeff. I'm like, and me and Mike Burton was talking about it. Mike Burton said, yeah, it's bananas. And so everybody's saying something about the music. So you did
Thank
a
you.
good job. Wow. So I would like to ask you about Nights Over Egypt. Yeah, let's talk about that track. What inspired you to do that one? Like that.
It's one of my favorite songs, and on this album is 16 songs. And obviously, people waited 4 years for my last album came out in 2015. So people waited 4 years for this album. And I'm not the kind of artist that just goes in and records albums every year. I have to be moved and touched and inspired to record music. And God, Lord knows I had a lot. I was inspired by a lot of my life events that helped me get back into ready to inspired to record some really great music. Nights Over Egypt was one of so I paid tribute to 6 artists on this album. There are 10 originals and 6 songs where I paid tribute to artists and songs that I love and have been inspired by for years. Yeah. And the Jones Girls, I'm old school. Jones Girls are one of those groups that truly inspired me. Produced by the great Dexter Wanzel, and so it was an honor to record this song.
Wow!
I'll tell you a short brief story of how powerful this song was for me and meaningful for me to record this song. As we're recording this song, the Hampton Studios, Jazzy Jeff's production compound. After we recorded the song. On this day, I believe it was in April that we recorded this song. We were taking a break because we were getting ready to go into another song. And after we wrapped the song, we were watching the news in the studio. And the news was that one of the Jones Girls, Val, was in Bear, Delaware, where I was in the studio. We were in Bear, Delaware.
That is crazy.
I believe she lived in Detroit, but she was in Bear, Delaware, in the same city where we're in, visiting her family, visiting her daughter, I believe, and was struck and killed by a car.
Oh yes.
On the same day. Now she lives in Detroit.
God.
She was visiting her daughter in Bear, Delaware. We were in Bear, Delaware recording Nights Over Egypt, and she was struck and killed and went to be with the Lord on that same day. And we didn't realize, we had no idea until we watched the news, and we all realized that, wow, she had went to be with the Lord on the same day that they were recording the song in the same city that we were in on that very day.
That is crazy.
So if you have the album, you'll see next to Nights Over Egypt, it says in parentheses for Val.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Yeah, that part for Val.
That's why I dedicated this song especially for her, because on the day, not only was I inspired, and we've all loved that song for many years, but I wanted to send special love to her and her family. That we dedicated that song. We dedicated Nights Over Egypt to her. That's a dedication to Val, who lost her life that day, and happened to be in the same city that we were in. What are chances? The God. We don't ever question God. He's perfect in everything He does, and she went to be with the Lord on the same day that we recorded that song. So that song is very, 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 very special to me.
Well, how about I spin Nights Over Egypt and say, this is for you, Val. I hope you're listening.
Yeah. Featuring my two good friends, two smooth jazz superstars, Mr. Lin Rountree and Mr. Marquel Renee Jordan.
All right now. Here we go. wow, it is getting hot in here. Man, when I was playing the whole album, I heard that. I'm like, good Lord. I love it. I love it. It's so much energy in there. Love it.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
So, you have some events that are coming up for New Year's Eve. Is that correct, Jeff Bradshaw? Tell about it.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, I'm doing a live virtual event it's called the Legends of Troy. New Year's Eve, 7 rooms virtually, 7 rooms, comedy, jazz, DJs. It's incredible. It's an incredible virtual New Year's Eve experience. You can stay home and pop your bottles of champagne and at home safely as we move through this pandemic. And you can check out all of my all the information on it on all my social media pages. All my social media pages are at I am